Season 2, Episode 1. Taking a perfectly launched base. Perfectly is very much used, what's the word I'm looking for? Loosely in there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this base and we're going to try to transition it to in what they call the mega base. And with the mega base, we are going to kind of continue on our thinking. Most of everything will be done either staying away from electric, and you know we're going to stick with steel furnaces. We're also going to stick with non-modulated as well too. So basically it's just going to make it relatively large. As well, power will be continued to be fed through steam. With that being said, now let's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? We did, in between from last season into this season, we did process all of the science that we got. So I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just go ahead and while I'm sitting here talking about what we want to do, let's get a satellite in production. And actually, hopefully, nope, not in that one. Where's our satellite? Where's the satellite? Did we move it? As well, we also moved up to 1.1. I think we're currently at 1.121. I think it is. So from now on, instead of saying hard one at 1.0, we are moving forward and going to kind of stay more there. See, there it is. So it did get moved. I thought so. So let's go ahead and get most of these taken care of and talk about what we're going to do. Let's take these and let's take these. So I want to keep everything somewhat in the same logic as we going around, and being rated by a small dinosaur. It's called the Raptor. He is in the ripe age of 3 years old. And occasionally you'll probably hear him, roar in the background. And yeah, that's the life with gaming with a family. So let's go over and what do we need to get these? Because I want to launch the satellite. Man, out of habit. So we need to get some rocket fuel, low density structures, and some processing units. So let's go over to the new area and we'll kind of take a little drive around. But first of all, let's go get some blue right quick because why? Because it's a little easier. So actually let's hit this button and let's go. Do we want to run around? What are you? Oh, somebody got attacked. That's what it was. Alright, blue is down here. There's the blue, so let's go right there. And then we'll go over to the new area because we'll pick up the blue from down that area and then we'll keep going. We'll get a satellite launched and then we'll go over and drop off. Where are we? Oh, so in between the other episode as well too, I went ahead and did some real work and trying to make it where we can, do part of this and make it a little bit easier because we've got to get the flow of the trains going on for the simple reason because without a doubt we will have some major problems if we don't. Make sure everything is good, and I need, was it 200? We have, I don't want to keep a bunch of extra. And what else? Yeah, that's enough for the time being. Now let's go over and do the other place. So basically I want to go over here. We don't have, over by Spidertron. Let's go there. All right. So okay, now we will continue to feed this guy. So going forward, what's going to happen is we are going to get a lot more aggressive in between our episodes. I was doing a lot of like necessarily recording and then, you know, doing editing, where basically I would like to keep something of a daily output, but we may not be able to for the simple reason that we may not be making that much progress. And where did I just... And let's run over here. Now, as needed, low density structures. How many do we need? I think it was like 100. So let's just stand right about there and go click. So let's go look at Panda, exit, and Camp Panda. This is Camp Panda. Camp Panda also needs a little bit better defenses because we didn't finish it before we launched the rocket. And then basically it just need to, you know, drop out and put some oil and, you know, for additional defenses that sit up there. They're kind of just basically there. So it looks like Camp Panda would probably benefit the most. So we'll go ahead and send the train over to Camp Panda for support, and then we'll get that done. Look at that, man. That's a whole lot. We've got to get the train, because now just from the pure size it has to do. So let's go ahead and get this rocket launched, and we'll watch. So the opening scene, we will talk about doing a rocket launch as we go to Mega Base, and we'll actually launch a rocket, and then we'll go over and throw it into here and upgrade our artillery shell range. And I don't know about y'all, but that is going to be epic. Where are you at? Of the updated one, and yeah, it was something different. So let's go ahead and rock this thing out. Let's I mean, I guess probably shouldn't stand so close, you know what I'm saying? So let's zoom out. Yeah. Awesome. And check that out. Now, awesome. So we're about to get artillery range at a whole new level, and more than likely I'll leave as many of the actual natural lakes in as possible, just because that's kind of my style. I'm not a big grid base. I mean, granted, now these people that do the grid bases, man, they make them look excellent, but that's just, you know, it's like the not my style thing, and my OCD, to mess with people with OCD, says that it's you know, a no-go. So now we also do have a steady backup because I wanted to burn through some stuff on there. So what I did is I have, well, you know, I went ahead and unlocked it, and then basically, yeah, just build up a whole bunch of these. So we have more than enough right now to keep going. So with that being said, it'll finish this guy out, but it won't do anything else. So we need to work on getting, yeah, we are going to continue to work on, actually we probably need to, I don't want to use lasers. That's the goal. I want to be able to just use ammo, and because, you know, we don't, how do you say, steam power requires a lot, and so like power is going to consume, I'm pretty sure that before all said and done, this through here will be nothing but steam engines. We will be getting rid of this at a point in the near future, as we build up, because now we're going to, you know, keep this one, you know, add a ping. We don't need to add a ping, and I want to add another one of these and hit OK. So let's just go ahead and block this one off all the way. I think all the way here should be, you know, now this one right here is going to feed quite a bit of stuff, and it should feed these. Now I did put this in, and this will be kind of like our main oil out. And so one of the things that's on the to-do list is setting up the dual rail to getting it working a lot better and setting a little bit better defenses up. Take Camp Sid and then extend Sid out as well too, because then that gives me access to here. We'd basically started a little bit of it in the background while I was goofing around, kind of testing, getting used to this. So we're going to take this one, and I put a, just a temporary stop. This is basically just a support for Camp Sid, and I might end up coming out so that it's got another one. So that will give us instead of having to go all the way through here and run another one, I think we can probably come down here and be able to like swoop into here, and then this will give us access to these ores right here. Now I have yet to go out and figure out, if this one of the to-do lists, I guess, would be to go out and find where this land mass, turns around. Like right here, this one, it looks, if you look right here, it kind of looks like it goes through here and makes this peninsula. Like this is a lot easier to defend, costly wise, than this right here. So there's it's only it's 3.4 million. Like these are both, like, I think I'm not going to mess with anything just because of the amount of condensity and whatnot that we have to do. So it's not as cost effective to do anything that's really small. Now over here we have one that's 8.1. Now this one, that's pretty decent. That, in my book, that would be one of them that I think is worth, because we'll put a straight line out through here and we have to basically defend it. Now this one may get may get there, just for the sole reason that, well, I can go through here, but more than likely what I'll do is I'll just cheat and I'll bring it through here, and we will actually just make a pipe, or not a pipeline, but a pathway through here. And I think that would actually be, I kind of like the idea of just bridging it out, kind of like what I did over here. Like we basically made, a land bridge, and we did fill. I think that's kind of cool. There's a couple mods out there that I would possibly like to do, and I might end up doing some showcasing. That would be kind of I think would be kind of cool. And so basically I don't know if I'm going to do like a straight angle. I think the straight angle on this one, I may not have to. I might have to like zigzag, because it's going to hit here. I'm trying to stay somewhat, not necessarily protected, but I think it would be, okay. So, but that is kind of the goal. We need to start start finding uranium, just for the sole reason that we can upgrade the ammo. And we're at that point where the biters are strong, not happy with us at all. Where are we going to put the uranium processing? Because we need a way to come in and a way to go out. There we go. Uranium. So did this wonderful thing earlier. What I wasn't noticing on the other one is I was recording on this wrong screen, and it was on my Twitch overlay. So sorry about that. I don't think I want to go back and redo that, because it caught the first launch and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with it. It's one of them, like, hey, you stuck it with it. So what I did, I'm gonna cut part of it out anyways. So let's reevaluate. So this right here, I'm gonna use it for, we need bricks, and we need I am not a huge proponent of using landfill, but I still want to have it like readily available, which we do have some that's there, like 5,000, but we all know that as soon as you start filling in stuff, that 5,000 disappears very quickly. And I figured I would put down the processing down here a little bit, so we'll get this one in the way. I really haven't did anything else. I went ahead and dropped in, a way to, well, mine it, and I kind of figured that we'll use this one, because what I wanted to do before all that was do a little bit more exploring, like I was talking about it. And well, you can kind of see we have like 8.6 around foreseeable distance. You know, for the exploration is pretty close to, you know, like an 8 to 10 ish. You know, for this. So I went ahead and took, you know, went through here. I didn't go over here because I just kind of skirted this right through here just to get maybe get through, as you can see. And then I did this loop, and then I made my way back down through around and kind of see the the lack of biters into this thing. So with that being said, I don't really see too much. I mean, like, so basically we could use this peninsula and then, you know, jaunt out into this one's like 1.8. I was kind of looking for what is our best option for uranium, and looks like this one is it's kind of where we're already heading. We're gonna head east. I didn't go out west. I didn't foresee anything that, you know, made any real clear reason to. So we'll build over. I mean, it just basically, you know, says that we build a little bit this way. Now I did want to leave this one for, you know, satellite production, and so we'll go ahead and stick with that one. Man, that yawn is kicking my butt again. And so I guess these right here, we'll slowly convert most of the oil, all new oil, kind of into here, and have it, you know, slowly be feeding itself out of here, and then we'll set up. Now I did set this one up here, and we might end up having, you know, some additional ways and moving like this stuff around. I did want to, I think, probably drop this off right through here and just go ahead and, you know, take this all the way down, and then it basically blocks part of this off as well. I didn't catch it on recording because now it finished this and it went to it went instantly, you know, just, you know, pava locking on all kinds of stuff. So, you know, it's one of them. Hang on, where's my turrets? So it gets us pretty close to like the other parts, and yeah, I mean, that first extension is a pretty big. This I did find out. So I came through this way, and a Spidertron can step across here, and I was laughing. I was like, man, I can go do that one. I was like, that's awesome. It did that super stretch. It was kind of funny. It was like that tippy toe come across. So I guess on this one, let's start figuring out. I gotta make this one. So what I'll end up doing is I'll go here and put it into the mall. I put my guy back in there, and we'll start getting that one churning so that we can start making some green ammo, and basically be able to upgrade the defenses and whatnot. So that would be like the first, I think, and then when that is going, I will probably make it some up here, and then we'll drop it down here. But I need to get the stuff going first, and yeah, we'll actually get that done now. Let me go ahead and park Spidertron right here, and let's find an open one. So this guy is open. So what do we need for this? Okay, where are you? That is the... No, it's not on this one. It's moving around that. Centrifuge. Centrifuge makes that. So we need concrete. Okay, so we come out over here. We need concrete. Which one is that? That's concrete. Okie concrete, gears, red, and gears, and steel. And this pretty much, you know, like the standard. We'll be making steel. Hit okay. Gears. Actually, we might end up having more of the gears being made, and just another one. Oh, but red. That's what I was looking for. because of just the sheer amount of them. Hang on, let's see. I don't know if where I put the machines at. I think it's up here in a little bit. Yeah, like this guy is the only one making gears, I think. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and open that bad boy up so that it makes them a lot faster. That's making steel up there. Gears, I guess. Let's go ahead and upgrade our gears. And let's like these guys right here are not doing, you know, or say anything in particular, so let's go ahead and get them in there, and let's go this way. I'll do this one as well too. You know, so basically it just keeps the machines running. On this one, I guess I probably could have just, you know, did this beautiful thing of like this right here, you know, I guess. I wouldn't think about that one. How about we can't go that way, but I sure can go this way. And then I drop it right here, and then it feeds both of them. Ooh. And just like that, let's go ahead and give that many. So that'll give 2 of them, and it'll also feed this guy, you know, when. So I guess on that one. So okay, that kind of shores up a little bit more of that production for the time being. So I don't know if I don't think I covered it very well. So we was having a discussion earlier about, you know, like going from your first base to like mega base styles stuff. And with that being said, you know, like you just, everybody's like, well, yeah, you just tear it out and restart it. They're like, why don't you just do that at the beginning? I'm like, why don't you just use the, you know, you made a functioning machine. Why would you not just leave the functioning machine there? So with that being said, now some of these inputs now are going to be, you know, like these will be all set up so that we have, you know, certain ways of doing these, and so that we can feed them directly in there. Like copper is going to be, you know, fed in this way, which it'll also get part of here because we've already kind of got that one going on. It's not like a super heavy one, but I think we'll do just kind of like we did right here. As soon as this one gets a lot smaller, then it opens up, you know, a pathway for this one, and then it would be basically just come up here, and we'll might end up putting it over here, and then basically, so we'll see. I mean, it's kind of one of them, like, yeah, we'll fit it in. It's probably going to be right here. This is going to be one of the ones. So and you know, part of that is you like, why would I tear all this down? I spent, you know, I think it was like 93 hours of game time. It was a whole lot more than that, because I try to record a lot of these. So actually, do I need this guy? See, we could, I think I can actually get rid of part of this one and just relocate it, because it's really not being used, and I think we're doing decently well. So let's just go ahead and rip it up and get it out of the way, because why? Yeah, it's not, do we have space for it? Yes, because we can relocate this one down into the stone, because we know we're gonna need stone in there, so might as well, you know, go and take care of that now. Well, not necessarily take care of that now, but the part where we're not using this one, so let's just go ahead and get it moving out of the way. There we go, and I think this one doesn't need to be. Let's get it. I mean, you know, it's kind of one of them, like, you know, as you remove stuff, you know, just go ahead and, you know, clean up the rest of it. And I think this one goes here. Yeah, deep, like right there. Now this one was also feeding into there, which this is what all this one was, for the most part, was just to clean up that last little bit of things and get it knocked out of the way. So that, ooh, Because I mean, we had it set so that it was doing so, and again, so that let's let the bot do it because it's a whole lot quieter than the click. Okay, so let's look at while that's being done. How are we doing concrete? Are we out of concrete? Hang on, let me look. Are we out of concrete? Why is it not walking speed? Is it just... Oh, I guess it was basically doing, you know, this, and then, you know, going... Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense. So, how many do we... Actually, let's take out a little bit of this. Now, let's go over here and work on this thing. And go clickety-clackety. We want to process uranium. And just like that. And no, we want to go in and go out, right? I mean, that's pretty silly simple, right? What are you doing here? You really have... Oh, I know how to... See, I made this guy just so it would get it out of the picture, but not so far. So let's go click here, and well, I think, yeah, it's pretty much right there. Now that one does... How often does this one do? 12 seconds. Yeah, every 12 seconds. That's not very much. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit more tileable. I guess that would actually be a little easier. And what are we doing? What are you... Oh, I was like, what are you doing? So if we go down, and then up, that gives us what? How many is that? So that's 10 ore. 10 ore for 12 seconds. That's 1 ore a second. And let's make that a little bit faster. I think would be better. What do you think? Oh man, dude, that sound is... So you can get 2 of them there. Now, actually... Now, that's all nice and well and good, but I think that I could probably get rid of this one. Actually, why did I do that for? And then this guy would feed 2, and he feeds 2, and then he also feeds 2. So he starts off with 1, and then, you know, I can skip this one. And then if I take this guy right here, so let's go ahead and make this blueprint a little bit better, and then there we go. So that works out a lot better. And then just go ahead and cut this guy out and make him right there. So, and then that gives me 1 in, and basically I can keep going after that. So there we go. Yeah, I think that's better. So, you know, we come in here and we are going out. Now, how... Well, we're going to be making a bunch of ammo, so I got this feeling that that's just not enough. So let's, you know, the part where that's all well and good, but I think we either coming in and coming outbound. Otherwise, are we on 1 and 2, or are we using 1 line? I think actually let's do this, and then, you know, like and let's actually just make them go down to somewhere else. Yep, that one is good. And kind of have the whatever you want to call it, because... Oop, my bad. Come on, work with my fingers. and then we can go this way. And where is my thingy? Put it right there. So now, also, how do we need to process that? That gives us uranium. How do we make the ammo? Ammo, we need uranium, and then it's just straight up the normal thing. So again, let's just leave a little bit of space. Make this guy that, and so every 10 seconds it produces 1. So I need, must be one dead, 238 every 10 seconds, and that gives me 1. That's, so if I give me what, in a second? Actually, no, skip, because we know we are supposed to skip at least every other one because of I am out of them. So hang on, let me, where is my personal thing? Where are you at? I want, and I get about 50 of these, and yes, thank you. So with that being said, so what do we need? Blue coming in. Alright, so we need, I guess on that one it's not that bad because we could just do one blue in, and I don't even have any blue either. So can you please bring me a bunch of blue? Thank you. And am I in? No, I am not in said network. Am I? I was wondering why I'm like, it should be here by now. And there we go. Now, am I in this one? See, now it's on the way. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Can I get some of these? Thank you. So we do one in there, and then blue in and red out. Or we can do, yeah, we can just do red out. So that's actually right there. And then basically I was like that. There we go. Now copy that, and there. So this guy would legitimately, how are we bringing in? So let's bring in ammo from there, and then actually let's do this. So if I bring it in from the top and leave myself a space, I can you know, do this, and then go right there, and then I leave myself a little bit of space. I can go that way. Now that's all well and good, but that's like, that gives me, get off me, please. So again, that is 4 every 10 seconds. That's I'm not liking that. Now again, what would be the better way of doing this? Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this and this. The red go into the middle, and hang on. So if I take this guy and I just flip it like that right there, now that lets me have oh, they're already going that. That's why I'm being silly. So that right there would give me almost 1 a second. Yeah, a little bit less, which is not so bad, I think. But it's also consuming red ammo, which we have a stockpile, so that's good. I'm not too wild about that one. So hang on. Now these guys are coming in, and they are producing, that's 5, so that's roughly just about 1. Now what also needs to happen, ooh, you know what, forgot about that. So this needs to come back, because this one won't let this one happen. Hang on, because we got to get that thingy. So we'll do this one and then come up here and go this way and then this way. Now this way we need to output priority. We need to filter out the big green stuff. Actually, no, not that one. The 235, because we're going to get some just from processing, which is going to happen. So it goes out this way, and then for the time being, it will do go into said box, and there'll be a passive provider. I'm trying to use like all passive providers at all time, and we'll leave it all open for the time being. Now this will come in. So yeah, I think that would be fine. Now, yeah. So now outbound for these guys. Now there. Lickety, blackety, boom, shakalaka. Did I just? Oh yeah. There we go. Now these guys. Now where are you? Oh, they're way out there. Actually, I guess I don't need them now because we're not doing them. I just use the regular one, and this way it's a little easier to what's the word I'm looking for? I'm carrying less things. So, and now we are coming down here. Now I want to, and I'm pretty sure that that's probably not going to be enough, and I'll be wanting more. So we will, I think on this one, I think this is like a good start, kind of like a decent ratio. This gives a chance. So let's click this one. So this one is like every 12 seconds, you know, we're getting a 238. So 12, you know, that's 10. So it's going to be, it'll be enough for this, for a force, you know, and then that'll put us one like every 10 seconds. So it'll feed this, and it should feed this. So we'll see how it goes. Because it's one of the ones where, you know, it'll buffer because we're not using that ammo for anything, but it'll hopefully we'll actually be using less of it because it actually hits a lot harder. So I think this would be good on this one. So let's go ahead and print this one, and we'll call this. I think I got that one. Yeah. So what are we gonna call this? The what is it? Green or yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna call it green ammo production. Production. And icon, no, we want like a good looking icon. That good looking icon is, well, yeah. Ooh, I want these. Ooh. Oh, who's shooting at me? Who's shooting at me? And yeah, we'll use this one and snap the grid. Nah, create blueprint. Now, where are we putting this in? And that is the rail ones. Where's that other book at? Oh, my bad. I just need to open this one. And then, where did I just put it? So we'll put this one in here to green out. These kind of like the book from the other one. And yeah, so let's go ahead and let's get rid of this one because we don't need it here. This is our building block. I've been trying to keep this area like, you know, open just for the sole, you know, purpose of that is so that we can get this, and let's make it a little bit easier. And there, and put that guy right there. That should give us, you know, and what I'll do is over here. Is that Nah, that's fine. I mean, if it gets bigger than that, I'll have to just remember to do it. Okay, so that takes care of this guy and the stone one. It's fine. So, what do we... Ooh, man, we got a bunch of copper. We don't need copper. Somebody's eating the heck out of some steel. Okay, so... Hey, let me... I'll be back after that one, and we will see how this one goes. It's robbing some of this to keep it flowing, and what I did go down here, and so I said, hey, I need to have at least 2 here before I pick up, because this guy right here will pick up everything until it gets full, and then it'll just starve this out, which would not make sense because I'm not using this yet, but I want them stored when we do get for the other one. Now it keeps these guys in production, and well, effectively keeps these guys going and then building up. So we will keep going. We're producing not bad. I'd set it up kind of like where we'd have 4 of them, but I didn't have enough of these, so I went ahead and just cut it back down to being 2. Now that blueprint was on the other one. I think in my blueprint, which I think I didn't make note of it, but you could see it on the thing, is that I did leave a space for like 1 more, which we could probably do, but I think at this time, this is more than enough that we're producing. For the last 10 minutes, we produced what is it? Where is it at? No, we're doing 90 something a minute and 1.3 a minute for that stuff. Where is my ammo? Where? Production. Where am I not seeing? Oh, there it is. So we're doing about 50 a minute, which is not bad. We're not using it that much. We're not anywhere near that much of using it. And let me see if I get... Alright, there we go. And I want to make sure I get all that cleaned out. And then I can drop this red back into here. And there, cool. Alright, now that's done. Now, I do need to set up, some kind of circuitry, in which that's one of the things we probably need to get back up going. Actually, cancel this one, and let's go back up here. Now, Big Betty, I did set up, the other thing I did is I set up outposts, and now some of these outposts, we've got Sid, and Big Betty is basically setting up on Duplex. Comes over here for like 5 something unactive seconds. If it's inactive, then we just go ahead and move forward, which basically gives me a nice little buffer of keeping relatively, I guess you want to say, I'm out now. Big Betty doesn't go down here because I've kind of got it set up for a rotation to feed the outpost, and we'll cover that in just a minute. And this main, yep, there we go. Speaking of, we do deliver oil. We deliver these. I need to switch out and upgrade the guns, but I haven't flipped out just yet, and because basically I need to feed the masses. Now, on the rotation, basically, this is one of the ones for Mega Base. The more we do this, the more you got to do the automation. And right now, we seem to have a decent amount on here, which is good. And I need to open this up. Now, what we also did is go ahead and drop in a whole lot more flamage. I ran out, as you can tell, which I'll probably go back in and take care of this. But for the time being, I wanted to finish it and kind of get it into the thing, because it's one of the ones where it's, do you just leave it open, or do you go ahead and close it up for the time being? We'll come back to it, and because this one, we will eventually make this one so that it's got to be expanded, and then we're going, because we're going to branch out this way to get these resources out here. Now, this, I don't know exactly, a will grow. I don't have a hard. I'm still not saying hey these are going to be the hard places. I haven't just severely worked out what I need to do. Now we have launched a few more rockets, and for some reason it's not showing, in which I'll figure out on this one. So we did in between the episode, I think it is, we did, what is this, like the gun, what was it, I think gun range it was, I think to the next level. I think it was the gun level to, yeah, the physical damage, so it makes our guns hit a little bit, a whole lot harder, 100% better, which yeah, that's oh, so 40% better for bullet damage. I'll take that one. And then guns get another 70, shotguns 40, and a cannon shell is 100. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Oh, so it doesn't do rockets though, man. So these are the shells, and these increase the shell range by 30%, which it was kind of nice. As soon as that one finished, it did give this nice little I'm shooting at everybody and just reeling. So we've got 2,000 in there, in which I think we need to go pick it up. And how we doing? Yeah, we're close. So let's go ahead. Let's go get that right quick, because it's not automated. And I'll have him go over there while we're doing this. So basically, and now the other, besides Tuplex, we also added in, where's Luna? Loon. Lunesta is actually who it's modeled after or named after, but she has a really long name, and I wanted to put it kind of close. We might end up changing it to where it's here, where I can actually put the full name and whatnot. We'll see. But that's part of that automated support. Now, what I did on here is did I hang on, let me, yep, let's go ahead and get here. And oh, my bad, I clicked the button, sorry. I hit this one. Now over here, what I was doing is, so that down there feeds this masses. So as it stands right now, we're using the base. We went ahead and pulled the other one off because it basically was just putting it down there and was being stagnant. And I'm not trying to just have like I think it was like 9,000 or something like that ammo that just basically wasn't there. So what I did on it, well, right now we're hanging off the edge, and that's fine, because I clicked the button. So these guys are right here, are feeding back into here, and so they're where just they'll come over here instead of feeding back into this, because I had a whole bunch of the normal ammo that was going in there, so I had it feed that way, and then I had this one just jump into, so it'll feed the main one over here, and then it'll drop. So then drops, as it drops them out, now I send it over here. And before, this was completely, like, pretty much completely full of red ammo. Now I take that red ammo and I send part of it on forward, because at the time I didn't want to completely remove it, because, well, most of the ammo would have just been gone, and all it takes is a little bit of some aggression and they break through, and we have a bad day. So basically what happens is, on this one, is it's filtering out, and let me trace this on up. And so I started completely filtering out when I got it. We got it all the way around, and then I added this filter. So basically it was filtering in just to get it mixed in there pretty well, and then I went back and added this filter. So I had it going here. Now anything that goes over here automatically gets sent back into the mix, and then the rest of the red gets filtered out and off to the side. I did, because most of the attacks happen up here, because basically this, the big lake here gets filters most of them and forces them to come down this pathway. I went ahead and just well, I thought I did. I thought I refilled all of these, but one of them, you know, clicked back and just happened to catch some red. So what'll happen is I'll let it go ahead and just, you know, filter itself out when it gets shot through. It's only got 12 rounds. And then, so these guys are backed up with four flames, which is pretty significant, and a whole bunch of these guys. So yeah, lo and behold, after you upgrade your ammo, yeah, they start hitting a ton harder. And as well, I did this one just because, you know, just to get the main ones in there, and then it started filtering itself down. So now with adding that filter on there, as you can see, the reds are most definitely going down slowly, and I'll have a bunch of these in here, which I think on this one we might end up having I don't know, I'm pretty sure that I'll probably end up just, you know, having it where it's completely full and this not worrying about it, just because it keeps the production of things going. And so we will, you know, eventually remove this and, you know, just have basically a one-way that's coming over here. Hang on. So why are we not picking up? Are we, you know, let's solve. Oh, so what I did also do on these right here, I forgot that I only allowed these to do if they have 10 in it. Now these guys will go until they're empty, which is fine. Now, but when this one, and so I'm controlling this guy with a timer. Now that timer says like 5 seconds. Now this has, once it hits 10, it'll activate and go across, and so that keeps it from doing like the 1 1 and basically reset that timer. So we put a delay on this one, and so basically it will, like, it gives you like another 10 or 5 seconds to get 10 of them in there. And if it doesn't, that's fine, because then it just basically cycles through. Right now that's only doing, it's only feeding here because it's coming in here. Now eventually this guy might get turned into pretty much like an outbound only, you know, where it's pulling here and then we drop off somewhere else. But for the time being, you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this guy right quick, now that we've been jaw jacking for a long time. So I don't think I have any more. I do have it on auto launch, and what I was doing was I was making a bunch of them, and I was just basically hauling them up here by hand, which is not the most efficient at this stage in the game. But it's one of the ones where I'm not producing that much, and we need to set up, you know, production for the satellites, which that's a to-do list over here by Panda, you know, and basically setting up. That's when we have this area, you know, basically blocked off, was for setting up satellite stuff. So on this one, I think you know, I think that pretty much like almost wraps up. Would like to say thank you very much for these people that are going by. It is always a pleasure, and thank you very much. So as we walk down, please take a minute to like, subscribe, and if you are enjoying this content, share it out. It's you know, very much, well, I mean, again, if you're liking the content, you know, by all means like, and you know, you can subscribe as well too. It is always a pleasure, and look forward to hanging out with you a little bit more. Leave me a comment below. I am naming the bases and outposts after individuals, and the individuals are the ones that support the channel. Thank you very much. Ta-ta for now. Bye bye.